I said, come on! Hello, my name's Oramaster101. And today we're playing a Mortician's Tale. No, it's not. It's basically like, you play a Mortician and you just sort of, you do the whole process of embalming, and then you do the whole funeral director thing of, like, doing the thing, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. All these emails. What do I need to do? What? Wait, a glass harmonica? Oh, is this like a precursor to, like, filling, like, crystal glasses with liquid and then running your fingers over them? Hey, I'm just gonna look up a picture of it to... Oh! Oh, okay, I mean, it looks sort of... Okay. The design looks similar to, like a, what are those machines that you use in woodwork? You, like, put, like, a thing of wood on it, and then you turn something on to spin it around. Is it like a lathe? Okay, awesome. Taking care of this. Head to the funeral parlor. Okay. Alright. And yeah, a lathe is, like, used to smooth out, like, long pieces of wood for, like, what's the word? Like, coat racks, I feel. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. Oh my god, interesting. Okay, let's check on the deceased. See if they're doing okay. Oh, wait, no, I'm paying my respects. Okay. Have a fun funeral, everybody. Who am I kidding? Hypothetically, so, you know how some people are like... What? Why? Okay, we'll talk about this after we get done recording, because, like, I don't know, like, I apologize for that. Anyway, I don't know what I was gonna say. Okay, so just a little mortuary fact, like mortuary science fact, funeral service fact. Well, not fact per se, but so you know how with some funerals, people are like, oh, we don't want to do a funeral. We just want to, like, have a party. And, like, tell stories about the dead person, all about their life. That's hypothetically more damage. That's more psychologically damaging than. I put the sponge down. Than not actually having a funeral, because with a funeral you get the closure of it. Like, this person is dead, and so on and so forth. I felt like I had a point, but I lost it. Click and drag. Are these eye caps? These are eye caps. You need to glue them. Chris, please. I'm waiting. Yes, I'm waiting for more facts. Are you? Huh. Yeah. What about that one story about, what's the word? Nope, that's what do I call? Grab some additional tubing. So it's about that Chinese emperor who was taking a nap, and when he woke. Yeah, that was pretty neat. That's super cute. Okay, then we massage the body. Personal random fact: if you're going into funeral service as a major, and you're wanting to do the more sciencey part of funeral service, be ready to be very disappointed. Not in the fact that people don't need you. People very much need people that want to do the gross science of it. But if you go into funeral service, you're expected to be like a salesperson.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you need to drain. Oh wait, no, is this the? Huh. I have no idea what this tool is, but I'm draining the organs. Okay, so once, a lot of the time. Jesus Christ. Okay, so if people don't know this fact, embalming and funeral service are a semi-recent development in history. Before a certain time, funeral rites were taken care of by the family, and most burials were natural burials. They were put into the ground, and that was it. However, the death of Abraham Lincoln changed all that. So, for some reason, they wanted to take Abraham Lincoln's bodies all over New England as for mourning and stuff. But they realized, hey, how are we going to get him all across the New England colonies before he rots? And somebody was like, hey, why don't we pump him full of preservatives and we show him off? And then during that time, people saw how the body was, and they were like, oh my god, he looks so good. How do we do that for our families? And so that's basically how the funeral service industry started. And honestly, back in the day, it was pretty predatory. Back in the day and right now, it's still pretty predatory. Did I say that word right? like some funeral, like, random fact, in most states, it is not, like, unless your loved one died with a very contagious disease, you don't need to embalm, like, at all. Mm-hmm. But anyway, a lot of funeral parlors back in the day were like would be trying to sell these caskets off, like these very expensive caskets, but the like the families would be like, oh, I don't think that's what they would really want, plus it's really expensive. And then they'll just like prey on these like grieving people, like, oh, I see, you didn't really care about your loved one. Yeah. No. Hang on. That's but Jesus Christ. Actually, that's how much most sorry. That's how much most coffins are. Neat. Anyway, what else? Hmm. No, in general, academia is very misgenders. If it's a gay couple, they were best friends. Uh, what else? Two bros chilling in a war zone, 5 feet apart because they're totally not gay. Who was he up against? What the fuck? Uh, another rant. As I'm reading this email in game, uh, oh my god, this game has Minesweeper. Yeah. C-section? What the fuck? Okay, another mortuary random fact. A lot of funeral homes. There's There are two. Okay, so a funeral home is either family owned or owned by a company. There's no in between. A, a, Chris, that I think that's an old a nursing home. I Hypothetically, you can dump your racist relatives off at the funeral home after you're done beating them to death. I'm sorry. That sounds familiar. Do you know that Nickelodeon? Wait a... Okay, so I've actually heard of this movie. As you said, it was originally a book, and I think I read a passage from it when I was in elementary school. Like it was like or maybe middle school or something. Basically, we were reading it to find literary like elements in it. Also, other random fact: did you know that Nickelodeon made a 100% original horror movie for kids that was deemed too? It was called Crybaby Lane. A youngster must save his brother from an evil spirit they accidentally unleash on their small town. And hmm. Okay. Kermit the Frog. Oh, that's adorable. But of course, they never listen to me, so that figures. Hmm. It's a cute frog. I'll put a link to a picture of this frog in the what's it called in the description, because I just don't feel like editing this video to put a photo in. You hate what? I love mushrooms. Thank you very much. Actually, I have to be in the mood for mushrooms. Let's deal with this. That's just what the fuck. This has been Random Fact Thursday. Hey, bye.